ladies, today I'm going to show you how to do a no makeup look. Something that's very basic and easy to do, but kind of like your essentials, the things you gotta do before you leave the house. So you're going to look glowing and great, but people aren't going to look at you and be like, oh my gosh, she's wearing makeup. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. And they're going to have no idea what you're wearing makeup. So the first thing that we're going to do is just prime. And this is so that if you're oily or anything like that, that'll help with that, as well as it will help fill in your like pores and things like that. And I'm just going to pry it with my fingers. You can do it with a brush, but you don't have to. I'm just going to do it with my fingers today. So the very first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to use a liquid foundation to even out my skin tone. And this one is a kind of like a medium sheer coverage. It's not really full coverage. And I'm just going to buff that in circles all over my face. Okay, so now that I've got my foundation on there, it's still pretty sheer. You can see it's kind of dewy, because very dewy foundations are going to look the most natural. Things that are really matte obviously are going to give you the best coverage, but having a really matted face isn't super natural, and people are going to realize that you're wearing makeup, which isn't the goal with this look. So I'm going to get some concealer. We're going to conceal under our eyes next. So we're just going to lightly, we don't want to do some crazy color correcting. Before I even put this under my eye, I kind of rubbed most of it off on my hand because I don't want it to be cakey. I don't want it to be super full. I just want to brighten up my eyes, really. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set all of this before I do like my contouring and all of that. And I'm going to use an HD finishing powder, so it doesn't have any color to it. It's white. I'll show you kind of here. And it's very fine and very loose. It kind of goes everywhere when you use it. So put it on your brush, and it doesn't matter if you have a lot because this is so lightweight. It doesn't really go anywhere or cake. It like is impossible to cake this. So just very lightly press this all over your face, and we'll buff it in just a moment. But I just want to get it everywhere. And this also is going to kind of matte out my face. So if you're really oily and you're afraid of wearing anything that looks dewy, this will fix that for you and make everything really matte. So there, I've got that set. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to contour my face a little bit, because since I want to look like I'm not wearing makeup, I want to kind of bring out some of the good features of my face, and it's going to still look really natural. So instead of doing like a concealer or a cream stick or something you might normally use to contour, we're going to use powder today because it's going to be very natural looking, and that's our goal. So we're going to use a chisel brush, kind of like this, so it's flat on one end and then not on the other. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to use my palette today, and I'm using this one right here, just because I'm really light. I don't need a really dark crease. I just want to highlight and contour my face. So I'm going to use this right here under my cheekbone. Perfect. So see that there? And then we're going to also use this here kind of at the temple a little bit. And we're doing it really lightly because we don't want this to be really noticeable. We're just doing a little bit. So we're also going to do, our little bit on the nose. And so you do this, I'm going to show you close up so you can see, just kind of coming straight down on your nose here. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. It's a little bit easier for me to do it in my mirror. And then also bring it down onto your nostril a little bit to blend that. So I've got all my contours on there, just the ones under my cheek, jaw, and a little bit on my nose and some on the temples. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my light powder. I'm just using something really, really a lot lighter than I would ever put on my face because I'm never this light. And you're going to put this right here. Just the normal places you would highlight. It looks really good right up here. All your high points right here in your higher cheekbone. Because we put the bronzer kind of under the cheekbone and you want to put this one higher. Put it down the bridge of your nose since we did a little bit of nose there. And a little bit here on your chin. And right here above the one you did on your jaw. Wonderful. So we're almost done with the skin for our no makeup look. We're just going to do a tiny bit of blush just on the apple of our cheek, blushing up or blending up into the temples. And I'm going to pick a very, very natural color to do for this. So I'm just going to circular motions back up into my temple. Nothing crazy, just really natural. And it's easier, if it's easier for you to kind of make a face like this and get your apples of your cheeks when you do your blush, totally do it. I do it sometimes I just do it normal. Really doesn't make a difference. So that is our face makeup. So obviously we wouldn't want to go out like this. Obviously my face looks awesome and you wouldn't guess that I'm wearing makeup, but we want to bring out our eyes a little bit, just a little bit, so that we look fantastic. So what we're going to do is grab, I'm just going to use a little bit of a matte highlighter pencil. I'm going to come just under here, under my eyebrows, just highlight a little bit there, and blend that out with my finger a little bit. And then we're going to get some soft powder to fill our brows with. And I use it with a little bit of wax right here just so I can get a harder edge. And now that I've got just like that harder line on the bottom just to distinguish my brows, I'm just going to get a powder the exact same color of my brows and just fill it here. So it'll be really natural. I'm not doing anything really hard because sometimes I like to do really chiseled brows that are like really, really sculpted. And those look fantastic, but they're not great for my no makeup look. Cool. And then, so since they're a little bit harsh right now, what I'm going to do is, if you have a brush kind of like this, it's kind of just like a like mascara wand without the mascara. You're going to get some of that powder that we use to highlight our face, the lighter powder. Roll it onto your mascara wand and brush it through your eyebrows. Because we want it to look very natural. We don't want it to look like I painted them on. So see, that softens that up a little bit. So the very last thing we're going to do is our eyes. And we're just going to put a very, very soft, we're going to do a very, very soft eyeshadow. So really all I'm going to do is prime here. And this is a primer, it's just like the same color of my skin. It's a little bit lighter, but it's a really natural tone. And for our no makeup look, all we're going to do on the eyes is just do a little bit in the crease. Now normally any other makeup you're going to do a full eye. We're literally going to do just the crease area, and we're going to use a really natural color. So you could even use the same color you use to contour your face. So just put it a little bit on here, and we're just going to blend it into your crease. And it's a really, really natural color. It's nothing loud or really contrasting. It's really, really natural. Okay, so that's it. See kind of how just that opens up my eye just a little bit. Not even a ton, just opens up a tiny bit. Because we don't want it to look like I'm wearing makeup. We want it to be really natural. We're going to do the same on this eye. So you could do a little bit of eyeliner with this before you do your mascara to finish up. I'm going to pass on that just because I've got really big lashes and I don't want to look like I'm wearing makeup, so I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara on to finish this up. Okay, and I'm going to use a dark brown defining mascara. See how the wand isn't like super big or bulky? It's just a defining one because I don't want it to look like I've got, you know, some really spidery lashes or anything like that. I want it to look so natural. So that's why I'm using a defining mascara, because that's kind of the purpose of a defining mascara. And really the only difference, I mean, obviously mascaras have different formulas and different things in them, but what really makes the difference is the wand. And this wand is really skinny, so you can think skinny wand, skinny lashes, kind of. I don't know if that logic helps you, but that's kind of the way it's designed. Alright, so I finished putting on my mascara. If you want to go ahead and take a look at this, this is kind of our final product. It's very natural. From back here, you wouldn't guess that I'm wearing makeup. It's fast, it's easy, and people are just going to look at you and be like, you're so beautiful. And that's what you want. You don't want people to look at you and see your makeup. You want people to look at you and see you. So this is my no makeup look.